your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Damn, Perk did this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. It's your guy, KingzNDreamz. Thank you all for tuning in, man. Definitely appreciate y'all rocking out with your boy today. Oh, man. Before we get started, a couple of things, right? So, for those of you all who don't know, I just came back from Colombia and Brazil. And so it's interesting that we're going to be talking about this subject, but have some content that I did in both Colombia and Brazil. So I'll be posting that in the couple of days / weeks to come, man. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys about that. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention. So as I mentioned, when I talk about how I'm going to be adding more layers to my platform as far as talking about music, sports. So I may even get a little bit into politics a little bit, but the main purpose of this channel will still be to talk about travel, mental, physical health, and interrelationship dynamics. But the thing is that there are a lot of layers to me. So, I want to make sure that, I connect with my audience. So this way that you guys are understanding all parts of me, right? Because I'm a multifaceted person. And I think that that's important. All right. Enough of that. Now, my guest that I'm about to bring on, he's going to tell his story about his issues as far as getting into Brazil and what he had to go through, right? And I believe with this new visa process that came out, I believe it was in the beginning of April. So I think that there may be some changes for some brothers trying to travel. So without further ado, let me get my guest on here, man. My man Philly Dom, what's going on, brother?
What's good, my brother? What's going on with you, man? What's going
Man,
on?
I am doing well, man. How are you?
Good. I like that intro, man. That intro was fire.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, brother. Hey, man, before we get started, man, I don't know where you get your glasses from, but you always got like the nicest glasses, dude. Like, I don't know, like you got you must got like a glasses set or something, man. Because every time like I see you, you always got like these nice glasses on, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that's my little what you call it, claim to fame, the glasses. I've been wearing them my whole life. Like I just like sunglasses and stunner shades and I don't know, whatever type of cool glasses. I like them.
Understood, man. All right, so let's jump right into it, man. So my first question for you, so I did see your video where you talked about you get, like you were having some issues getting into Brazil. So let's kind of start from the beginning of that, right?
Okay.
All right. So let's go with this. When you first bought your ticket and you purchased the e-visa. Now, when did you first buy your ticket? Do you remember the exact date?
I don't remember the exact date, man. It was like
now,
2 weeks ago,
so now,
two and a half weeks ago, something like that.
Okay. So, all right. So when you bought the ticket from when you flew, what was the timeline of that?
What happened, I actually flew on a date that they implemented the visa, like April 10th.
Okay.
That's the date I flew. And they implemented the visa in Brazil back on April 10th because they stopped it like 2019. They stopped the visa in 2019.
Yeah.
So I flew on that day. So that's where the issue came in. So when I bought the ticket, it was like a week. I had like a week window, weeks, maybe 6 days, 5 days, like a week window.
Okay.
And I was waiting every day. You know, I'm checking online for the e-visa, which costs $80. I think it's $80, $81 for the e-visa.
Yeah, it's like yeah. I think I paid like with tax. I think it came up to like 83, something like that.
Yeah, it was not that much.
Right. Yep.
So
yeah. So I'm curious, right? Because you flew the day that the visa was implemented, and I'm thinking maybe like it was probably stuck in some sort of loop, if you will, because like when I got my ticket and I flew out maybe about less than 2 weeks ago, because I was in Colombia and in Brazil.
okay.
And it took me about 48 hours to get approved.
Mine didn't take. It took longer, a lot longer than that.
Well, yeah, that's apparent, right? Yeah. So now you were saying that it was saying pending, right? And it kept showing pending. So you waited about 5 or 6 days, and then you flew out.
Yes, and I called a lawyer. I actually called a lawyer, immigration lawyer.
Yeah,
like
okay.
to get some advice on it.
Right. So for context, now is this a Brazilian attorney or is this a United States attorney?
This was a United States attorney.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But they deal with Brazil. They deal with Brazil, and they deal with the different countries. Immigration lawyers know. They know.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's an immigration lawyer. Okay. Got it.
A friend of mine is a lawyer friend.
Okay, I got you. Right. So so your immigration lawyer tells you, go ahead and fly out, and then kind of go from there.
Because he was gambling that it was gonna approve by the time I landed. Because
right.
It take a while to get to Brazil. I mean, flying from Miami, it was gonna take me a while to get there. So
yeah,
we assumed that it was gonna pin, like it was gonna post, because it'd been like 5 or 6 days. So we was like, it gotta happen today. It was gonna happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
But obviously it didn't work out like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been on the same mindset because, like I said, it took me about 48 hours for mine to get approved, and then and so what people don't know is we talk to each other, on the back line. So I knew what was going on prior to you when you posted that video, and I'm like, oh shit, this better not happen to me, because I'm like it's pending. I ain't going. That's it.
Yeah, don't go for
I ain't going. I ain't gonna play myself. Yeah. I'm gonna just stay in Colombia, and I'll be good, or go to another country or whatever. But I wanted to go to Colombia, do half of my time, my vacation time in Colombia, and then another half in another country. So I was like, well, this would be like my second time going to Brazil. So I'm trying to get more familiar with with Brazil. So I was like, all right, well, if this thing keeps showing pending, I'm going somewhere else. I am not, I am not doing the Philly Dom experience.
Yeah. And then, to go back in the story, I was just in Brazil like a week before, 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
So I was like, golly, they're gonna put this visa back in there. And like you said, I thought it was just gonna be like 48 hours. So when I get down, when I fly down there, and I was like the last person to get on the plane, I was like rushing to get to the flight because I was like trying to figure everything out.
Yeah.
So they let me on the flight. So I got on the flight, everything was okay. And then when I got to Brazil, when I landed, go through immigration. They ask you for your passport, show them passport, blah blah blah. They asked me if I had a visa. I said, yeah. Check the system, checking under my name. I showed them, that on my phone, the information that I had. I showed them everything. So I'm listening. No, I'm listening.
Oh, no. Finish saying what you were saying. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, they were saying that it was they couldn't find it at first. I'm like, look, I got a visa in your system, and then they played around with it for a while. They checked it, they did this, they did that, and then they found out that it was still pending. They said, we see it, but it's pending. Mm-hmm. So then at that time, I would assume that they would just give me a fine or something, or hold me until they, opens up or release it on the spot, like because that's immigration. They could, you know what I mean? I figured they could release it on the
Right.
spot, but no. Then that's what we was banking on, but it didn't work like that.
Gotcha. So now kind of circle back. So you said that they let you on the flight. So you showed that it said visa pending, and then they said that you could go on the flight.
Yeah, I had it like on my phone. I just like showed them.
Right.
Quick,
Right. But
yeah.
you showed them like it showed pending status. So they probably were thinking the same thing. Like probably once you land, it would show that it had been approved.
Yeah. So that's basically what happened with that.
Okay, all right. So now you land in you flew to Fort Zella, right?
Yeah, for the laser.
Fort Laser, my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Hey, I'm still getting my Brazil
I
game.
know.
Now, I know my Colombia shit like that, but you know what I mean.
He said Brazil.
I'm still getting my Brazil up. But Fortaleza. So you land in Fortaleza, and then and so you show them that you got the visa pending.
Yeah.
And they go from there.
Give them the reference number, give them all that, and then they couldn't find it at first, and then they found it, and then they said it was still pending. So they held me there. So I was like, all right, what they gonna do? And then I wasn't the only person having trouble. It was another guy there. He had trouble too. He on his phone showing them. They trying to figure it out. Immigration trying to figure it out. And then finally his was approved.
Okay.
But mine was still pending. They was like, yours is in pending state. So I thought they was just, like I said, I just thought it was going to be a fine or something, but
yeah.
And they can approve it right there on the spot, but no, they sent me back. So they held me after that. They told me I had to stay, and then I went with the airline, and also with the I guess you call them federal police there, the immigration police officers, whatever.
Yeah, the migration police.
Yeah. And they just held me there. And they was like, we got to put you on the next flight back up because it's pending. I was like, I can't take a fine. So then after that, I was like, can I make some phone calls? So I called a friend of mine that I had in Fortaleza. Like, he's well connected. He's a businessman there. He's actually from the States, but he lives there now. I've been there like, I don't know, 10, 20 years.
Oh, okay.
He talked to them in Portuguese. They said they couldn't do nothing. Then I called. It's a black chick down there, a good friend of mine. I called her up. She's been living there for like 10 plus years. She couldn't do nothing. Then I had called a female friend, called her up. She talked to them. She couldn't do nothing. I called my immigration lawyer in the States to talk to them. He couldn't do nothing. He was like, yo, they said that since it's pending, you got to go back to the States. And they was like, what happened if they went to the U.S. and they didn't have their paperwork right? What would the U.S. do? I said the U.S. would send them back, turn them back around, and send them back around.
So you couldn't wait there well, how long were you waiting there before they turned you around?
I probably landed at 8 o'clock at night, 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
They put me on a flight the next day, 11 in the morning.
Okay, so you were there for a minute.
Yeah, I was in the airport.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you were there for a minute. Yeah, man. All right, so now you fly back to Miami, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So you fly back to Miami, and then you link up with. Yeah, you got a hotel. All right, and then go from there.
Got a hotel. I went to sleep that night. I was so frustrated, man, because I didn't really sleep the night before in Brazil because I was up all night. And then on the plane, I don't know. I just couldn't get I was just upset about everything. So when I got back, got the hotel. I remember they told me to go to the embassy. The people at the airport told me to go to the embassy when I get back. They said it's one in Miami. It's not an embassy. It's a consular's office.
Yeah, consulate. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's smaller than the embassy. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I slept that day, and then the next day, I woke up. I went to the embassy. I went to the consular's office. Oh man, they was giving me all sorts of trouble. First, I went, and then they was like, I would have to make an appointment, and they were backed up with the appointment, and I needed a flight in 24 hours, and I was like, this is crazy. So they wouldn't let me in. So then called the lawyer friend. I told him yo, you the one said take the chance, get on the plane, you'll be all right. So he was like, I got you, Philly. And he got me a ticket. And he's like, it's a flexible ticket. So he said I could change it because they might not let you fly tomorrow or whatever. So I went back in front of there. I went back to them, talked to them again. They let me in. And then they told me that I could get a visa. I had to wait forever. It was like a ton of people there, man.
Yeah.
Ton of people there, man. I had to wait. And when I talked with them, they told me they would give me I could wait till the visas, once it get off pending status. They said the counsel's office said they have nothing to do with taking it off of pending status. That's what they told me. But they told me they could give me a rush visa for $130 to $185 that they stamp in your passport.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was gonna pay it right then and there. I was like, no, let me leave the office and come back tomorrow. Let me think about this. And then I called my lawyer friend. He was like, yeah, let's think about this. And met some friends that I went to college with down there, hung out with them. I told them what was going on. They was like, yeah, you should do it. So then boom, I go back again. The counsel's office the next day. So this is 2 days in a row now. I've been in Miami 3 days, 2 days in a row. I'm going to the counsel's office. So
Wow.
Go there. My boy had, the ticket. He had to change the ticket again, so I could show them. Like,
man, this is nasty work, dog.
Yeah.
Nasty
But he had a flexible ticket, so he could move it around.
Yeah,
he had one of the tickets that he could change around. So So it was good that he did that. That was smart. Lawyers are smart on some things.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Right.
All right. So he moved it around. I went back in there. I paid the $85, $185. They took my passport. I'm sitting in there. I can't make this up. The place is packed. I'm sitting in there. They taking one person. They help one person, helping the other person. It's like 5, 6 people left in there. I'm like, what's going on? They giving them their visas. They stamping it in the passport. Boom. I'm the only one in the counsel's office. I can't make this up. I'm the only one in there. I'm like, oh, what's going on?
Whew.
And this is after, I think they open till like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon they close, or 4 o'clock, something like that. I'm still in there. I'm like, the lady was like, don't worry, they're going to take you because you're in here. So they called me up there and they asked me some questions. They asked me this, and they was like, well, what happened when you were in Brazil? I was like, the visa was pending. I told you guys that. And that's why they sent me back. I said, you could see in my passport that your country stamped it. Like, so we're going back through all that. So the lady was like, well, you got to talk to like the supervisor there. And the supervisor's asking me the same questions. And then they was like, well, we have to do an investigation and so we can't, at this time, we can't give you the visa. This is the $185 visa after I already paid the $80 visa.
So wait. Okay, so they can't give you the visa, but can they give you your $185 back?
Nope, they didn't give it back to me.
That's diabolical, man.
Yeah.
That's diabolical.
Man.
So you pay, all right. So it's like,
let's do the math.
So it's like 82, yeah, right. So it's like $82, $83 for the e-visa, right? That's the one you get online. That's the one you said was pending.
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, well, you could get the rush visa for $185, right? And then, all right, you pay them or whatever, you know what I mean? And then they say, well, you know what? We actually can't give it to you, but we could still keep your money.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Yo, that's wild right there. That's wild.
They did. And I got love for Brazil, man. So that's my country. So I wasn't upset. I was like, I guess we just gonna have to wait it out, see what they're gonna do. So I'm sitting in Miami, and Miami ain't expensive. Miami's expensive, man. Oh, it ain't like you in Colombia or Brazil. Like every day you there, you blowing money.
Nah, Miami is just New York with a beach, man.
Yeah, you blowing money every time you sit, and you blowing money.
Miami is expensive. Like like I said, it's just New York City with a beach, man. It's just New York City with a beach. Yeah. But so I did the math, man. So it's about $250 just on the visas, bro.
Yeah,
just on the visas. Wow.
Yeah, man.
So all right. So now they say that they can't give you the visa. So now now you're still in Miami. And what's your next play?
I'm like, all right, I'm talking with my lawyer friend. I'm talking with the people that went to school with me. I'm talking with some of my other friends down there because I know a whole bunch of people down there. and they're like, "Well, can you go to another country close to Brazil?" And I'm like, "I ain't never been to Argentina." They like, "Yo, that'd be good for your content. Fly to Argentina." I was in Argentina. Black Man Travels in Argentina. I'm like, okay, maybe I could link up with them.
Mm-hmm.
So we switched the flight out again for Argentina. That's why I ended up going to Argentina. Buenos Aires. It was nice. It was definitely worth going down there. Beautiful country, beautiful people. I had a good time down there. I'll definitely go back down there. But the problem is, I only had to stay a couple of days because I'm in the process of working in Alaska again, just part time.
Yeah.
In the seafood industry. So one of the companies where I was down there, they called me to take a drug test. Guess what? You can't take a drug test from Argentina, so I had to fly back to the States.
This is a nightmare, bro.
Yeah, man, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah. So, all right. So you're in Argentina like 2 or 3 days or whatever.
Yeah, like 5, maybe 4 days, 5 days, something like that.
Okay. All right. So like 4 or 5 days. So, and your Brazil visa is still pending.
Every day I'm checking it. I'm checking it every day I wake up.
So
in
now,
Argentina, I'm checking it. Boom, boom, boom,
so
boom, boom.
What
boom.
day of pending status is this? Is this what, day 10, day 12?
This gotta be like day 12 to 13.
And it's still pending. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right. So now, all right. So you're in Argentina 4 or 5 days. So now you got to spin the block, go back to the States because you got to take the drug test for the job in Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now you fly back to the States.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where do you fly? Now, do you fly back into Miami or where do you fly back into?
No, I flew into Miami, but I ended up flying from into Miami and then to Seattle. I'm in Seattle, Washington right now.
Oh, okay, Washington State.
Yeah,
okay.
Washington State. That's where I'm at right now.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's right next to Alaska. So
yeah,
when you get picked up by one of the companies to work on the boats in Alaska,
mm-hmm.
they fly you from Seattle to Alaska. Then you jump on the boat or the processing plant, wherever they put you at.
Yeah.
So it's strategically better to be up there, because if not, I would have had to buy another ticket. If I sat in Miami and kept waiting in Miami, I would have had to buy another ticket, and spend money for hotels and drinking and hanging out and partying.
My G, you all in. Look, yeah. I mean, listen, like how much money you spent?
A couple
thousand. No. Wait. I'm saying the story not even finished.
Yeah.
Right? Because you all right. So let's break this down. So, all right. So you fly. So you fly to Fortaleza.
Mm-hmm.
Fortaleza says, nah, send you back. You're in Miami, right? They tell you nah. Then you go to then you go to Buenos Aires for 4 or 5 days. Then you fly to Seattle.
Mm-hmm. My plan was to fly from Buenos Aires to like Sao Paulo to get back.
Yeah,
to
right.
Oh,
yeah.
that didn't work.
Yeah, because I think Buenos Aires to Sao Paulo is what, like a 45-minute flight, something like that.
No, it's like 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours.
Oh no, okay. I'm thinking about
You're saying about Rio. Rio is like 40 minutes.
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah, Rio's 40 minutes, or you could take the bus from Sao Paulo to Rio. It's like 6 hours, 5 hours. I take that bus I took that bus 1,000 times. I love that.
Yeah.
Quick, fast. Lay down, boom, I'm in Sao Paulo, or bam, I'm in Rio.
Right. Now, I have a question, right? I have a question. So, and I see a couple of people in the room, and I'm gonna give a couple of shout outs. But so now, had you originally flew like to Buenos Aires when it said that your visa was pending, could you take a bus from Buenos Aires to Brazil?
Yes, you can.
Now, would they have asked for your visa though?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a border. They would have still. It's all the same system. They would have still. They would have stayed. Yeah, they wouldn't have let me in. I wouldn't have got flown anywhere. They would have just been like, "Yo, we can't let you in. You want to stay in Argentina or whatever country, or Paraguay or Uruguay, wherever I was at." Yeah. They would have told me how to stay in that country.
Yeah, no, I was just curious because like since you're so close to Brazil, right? Like you're in Buenos Aires, you take a bus,
Mm-hmm.
take a bus or whatever, you get into Rio,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they like, all right, well, whatever, he's right there, it's
Mm-hmm.
still pending, you know what I mean? We'll just let him in, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen when I landed. I thought
yeah,
even if they was going to just let me in or
yeah,
hold me there and just process it right there on the spot.
yeah,
But man, make sure you guys have your visas and everything in order and stuff like that. And then people like, oh, Philly Dom, you stupid for doing that. I see comments and stuff like that. But I actually know people. I'm not going to say their names. It's people that if I mention their names, you would know who they are.
yeah.
Have traveled to countries and the visa was pending, and when they got there, they completed the process and made everything straight for them. Like, this is not what I'm going through. Is not the first time somebody is that. People act like this is the first time this ever happened.
Yeah.
I'm big in the travel space. I know travelers and I know YouTubers that have been in these situations and they cleared their visa when they landed.
Yeah.
It's all up to the country. It's all up to immigration. It's up to a lot of stuff.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, no, that's actually an excellent point. And then and so I'll respond to that, and then I'll get to some comments here. Well, some people in the chat, but yeah. So that is an excellent point, right? Because depending on the country, like if you have a pending visa, you can like once you land, you can get that approved once you land. So I think what ended up happening here is that since you had traveled that the day that the visa went into an effect, I think maybe it was probably in some sort of like loop, if you will. And I think that like you just happened to get caught like, right there. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
And I was actually in Brazil a week before that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Hold on. Shout out to my man Jamie Woods. Says a shout out to Kings and sorry to hear about what happened to Philly Dom. Yeah, man, for sure. Shout out to what's that name say? How you say that?
Plant or shout out to Flyboy where I see Flyboy in that girl.
Yeah. Salute KND, salute. Salute my brother Philly Dom. Camp 9 in the building. Okay. Shout out to my A1 Day One, the Flyboy Way, THEFLYBOY.
Flyboy.
Check out the channel. Plant-based African brother, you decided to take an international trip while the e-visa was pending. You seem to be an intelligent brother, but you were so anxious to go to Brazil, you did something idiotic. Well, so
yeah, I agree with him on that.
Yeah, but just kind of responding to, just kind of saying what you were saying though, like
I was right on the day when they started it, so it's still like in limbo land. And what people don't understand is, I'm a Brazil fanatic. Brazil been playing with this visa for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
We don't know if
they're gonna do it. No,
do it and they pull out, or they start it and they stop it, or they don't and they do it.
Right. Yeah.
So my boys got the visa, and then they said they got the visa. They were saying on April 2023 we're gonna implement the visa, and then all these guys rushed and got the visa, and then they said, you know what, we're not gonna do the visa this year. So it was limbo. Like people, it's like it was in limbo land the whole time.
Yeah, I remember from like I want to say like around like 2022, excuse me, around like 2022, they kept saying that they were going to implement it, and then like maybe like a month or so before it's supposed to be implemented, then they say nah, right? Yeah. So like they kept pushing it back, and I thought that this time they were going to push it back. But
me too. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they was gonna push it back.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't serious or anything.
Yep. Absolutely. Shout out to one of my moderators, my man Tev King. Wagwan Jenna. Says, damn, my man Philly Dom, you got denied entry into Brazil. That sucks. Do you think it has anything to do with the Trump tariffs?
I'ma say this is a political answer here.
Hey, stand on business. That's all.
Okay, I'm gonna answer it like this. We're not looking good in the eyes of a lot of countries right now, the US. So you take it with that. I think I said it the best way I could say it. We're not in good graces with a lot of countries right now.
Yeah.
The U.S. is not in good graces, so you can take it how you going to take it.
Well, I could tell you this much, like when I went to Colombia, this was like the first time. This was the first time I was a person of interest, if you will. What? I said, yo, I've been coming here since 2020, yo. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, wow. But it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. You know what I mean? So, I'm conservative, so I'm riding with the ship. It is what it is. I'll leave it there. But back to the conversation now. So you were saying that you got the call, you flew out to Seattle, Washington, and so you had to take the drug test for the shipper for the fisherman.
For the fisherman job, the fishing boat job with us.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So continue from there.
So I just took the drug test and I just like kept checking, and then 2 days ago they approved it. I got an email that they approved it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 2 days ago.
Yeah. So this is, man, we talking like 20 days in, at least be 21 days in.
Yeah, because wait, what's today's date?
When is a week before the 10th? When is the week before the 10th? Like, so we talking maybe around the 5th. I put the 5th. I put the visa in the 5th or the 6th.
So 2 days ago was May
3 days. 4th. Yeah, May 4th, May 3rd, or May 4th. I could look on it like May 3rd or something like that.
Yeah, but essentially, bro, that's a month, man.
Yeah, but they said they had to do investigating stuff, so I guess they was just double checking everything.
It take you 30 days to check everything? Come on, man. Brazil, a big ass country like that? Nah, man.
Yeah. But they still slow. Like no disrespect to Brazil. They still slow with some of their technology is still they not like they are.
No, I feel you. No, I was kind of trolling there a little bit, but but kind of being semi-serious. I mean, 30 days, that's
a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So now how long is your visa approved for?
10 years. 10-year visa.
Oh, okay.
They gave me a 10 years.
All right. So you could fly anytime within 10 years and nothing will be pending.
I'm scared. I'm still scared, yo. but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fly.
All right, yeah, man. Because I don't want to get that. I don't want to get that WhatsApp message like, bro, I'm in Fort Delays and they still fucking with me. I'm gonna be like, bro,
we just talked about this on the channel. Yeah, no, I got the visa. I got it on my email. I have it.
Yeah, that's what's up, though. Yeah. That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's good that the visa's valid for for 10 years. So yeah. Now what are the qualifications for the visas for people who don't know?
Okay, when I did the e-visa, they was just asking on. They was what can I say, man? They asked me. They took something away. They took the people. The big thing everybody in the States is worried about, the bank statements, showing your bank statements. They took that away. They waived that now, so you don't have to show your bank statements. That was the big thing. The rest of the stuff is like general information: your name, your birthday, have you been to Brazil before, stuff like that, basic information. Mm-hmm. But the main thing I know everybody was worrying about was the $2,000 you had to have in your bank account for 3 months, or you need to just show your pay stubs and stuff like that. People were really worried about that.
Yeah,
they took that away.
The Pookies was.
Yeah.
The Pookies was.
Yeah. Pookies and the Raiders, man.
It was about to get spooky for him. It was about to get spooky for him because,
No, but everything else is just like basic stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Everything else was like basic questions.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I can tell you
because you did the visa too, so you know. Yeah,
I just did it. Yeah, no, I just did it. Yeah. So essentially, they asked like your name, your name. Have you been to Brazil? What is your occupation?
Yeah, basic stuff.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, but you guys You Pookies got real lucky with that bank account and the pay stubs. Because oh man,
because a lot of people wasn't going to be able to go, or they wasn't going to.
I know.
And there's some people that do have the money in the bank. You know, a lot of people in the States, they be worried about if it's credit card fraud, if it's going to be a scam. So they don't really want to show that type of information.
Yeah.
But I mean, but to be on the flip side, if you want to be real, when Brazilians are trying to come to the U.S., that's the information they asking them for.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I don't blame the Brazilians one bit to do that. Like I don't blame them one bit at all. I don't blame them for doing that.
No, not at all.
When they trying to come to the States, they gotta have this. One of my Brazilian friends, she's in New York right now.
Yeah, she
went through hell to come to the States. They asked her for this, they asked her for that. Lucky she comes from a wealthy family, so everything boom, boom, boom. But she was when she was doing the process, she was telling me what she was doing to get to the States, and I was like, damn, they really on you.
Oh yeah, no, it's yeah, like I have, you know, like well, you know, I obviously like we're from the Caribbean, so you know, like, we got, you know, our family coming over here, like it's no joke. Like they listen, like they man, listen, they take your blood and they want to know your blood type.
They want to know everything. The last person you was dating.
Right, yeah, right.
Anything, man. What type of grades you got in school?
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
They want to know everything, bro.
Right. Yeah. So no,
how much you ate?
Yeah. No. I get it though. But you know what, man? From watching your video, like you know, you were still in really good spirits though. You know what I mean? Like I know we kind of having a little bit of fun here, but you were in really good spirits. You know what I mean? You know, because like if it was me, I would have been pissed. I'm not gonna hold you. I would have been pissed, man, because like you know what I mean. You spend a lot of money traveling back and forth, and then like it's a lot of time being wasted. You know what I mean? And but the thing is, due to the fact that it's valid for 10 years, so now you have pretty much until 2035.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up so I can tell you how long I got. Yeah, but I got so much love for Brazil, man. Like I really love the country, and you know what I mean. People gonna watch and say, "Oh, he just like the girls." Yeah, we like the girls; they're beautiful too. But I actually like the people. I actually like the culture. I like they do capoeira. They got a big Afro culture there. The music is good. I don't understand what they're saying half of the time, but their music is good. Brazil is that place, bro. It's that place. It's that country, bro. I'm telling people.
Oh no, well I know. I mean, you know, I think how we met was about you doing Brazil content. If I'm not mistaken.
100% right.
Yeah. So and so like when I watch, you know, when I watch your content, yeah, like, you know, like you'll have some, you know, beautiful ladies on there from time to time, but like you're talking about like the culture, you're actually having like really like conversations, and then like, you know, like even like you talk about like the political landscape, as you mentioned, like there's a big Afro community. What a lot of people don't know, like the people who don't travel, like you know, we have the people we call them how they just like stay in the matrix and don't travel. They, you know, they would think that like the United States have more black people.
No, Brazil has more black people.
Right, exactly. What's this?
They actually have the strongest Afro culture outside of Africa.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, they wear the head wraps. They be paying the Congo, like they do. That's Africa.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Jerry Constanza, he says shout out to Philly Dom.
Salute, Jerry. Salute, man.
All love to black travelers. Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. But what people got to realize is like Brazil is so huge,
humongous.
You know, right? And so the thing is, I want to say, I want to say like Brazil is probably like maybe 2/3 of the United States. I want to say.
Yeah, I would say like 2/3 of it.
Yeah, because the biggest metropolitan city of all of the Americas, so that's North, Central, and South America, is Sao Paulo.
Yeah, that's bigger than New York City,
Yep.
bigger than Toronto,
Yeah.
bigger than Mexico City, bigger than Guatemala City. Ain't nobody bigger than them. They got like a 20 million, I think 20 million plus metropolitan area. It's like crazy.
Yeah, I want to say Sao Paulo. I want to say Sao Paulo is probably like maybe 2.5 to 3 times the size of New York City. And New York City big, you know what I mean?
New York City humongous, bro.
Right. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know, so with this visa process, you know, what would you say to people, you know, like people who haven't been to Brazil or people who have to do the visa process now?
I would tell them to do it right away. You know, maybe they might be planning to go to Brazil next year. Maybe they may plan to go to Brazil in a couple months. I would do it right away because you don't know how long the process is going to take. You said yours took 48 hours, so
yeah, mine took 48 hours.
I mean, I met some people that was at the embassy with me. They was going on 15 days, and their visa wasn't processed. When I was in Miami, you know, we all talking to each other while we sitting down. It was like 15 days. The dude was like, "I got to get down there. I got a kid on the way." Like he had a Brazilian girl pregnant, and she had a kid on the way. He trying to be there for the pregnancy, and it was 15 days, and he was like, "Yo, like I got to work in the States. This is crazy."
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Damn, man. Yeah. I think so. I think when you know, like when that whole visa process was getting implemented, I think that like you kind of were. I think like your status was kind of stuck in some sort of like purgatory, if you will. And
Yeah.
no, seriously.
No, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, no, but also my man who said that he's about to have a kid, I think that his status is probably stuck in some sort of purgatory too. Because you said that he was going on like day 15, right?
Yeah, he was on day 15.
Kid on the way.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Because like I said, mine took like 48 hours. And my other boy, he was just he's down there now, and I think his only took like 12. I'm in Sao Paulo now. It's like NYC on sale. Yeah. Sao Paulo is like it's definitely huge. Yeah.
I'm looking at the comments. They got me laughing. He said he had 6
man.
in his account.
My man Khalil, hold on. Let me see what he said. Khalil be trolling sometimes, bro. Khalil be trolling. What he said Philly Dom didn't have $2,000 in his bank account for 6 months. That's right. Hey, yo, Khalil.
That was funny. Khalil was funny. I like that. That was good, Khalil.
Yo, trust me, Khalil be trolling everybody, bro.
Oh, I love Khalil. That was funny.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Khalil be trolling everybody. He be trying to troll me. I'll be like, nah, bro, you can't get that.
Oh man.
Let me see. The $2,000 thing is hit or miss. They might ask it or not. I was extended for 60 days and they only asked for my payment. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess so because they didn't ask me, but like I said, I guess like they'll probably do it whenever they feel like it, and you know what, it's their prerogative, man. It's their prerogative.
And I do want to say some other stuff in the story. I don't want to convict myself, but when they was checking through my paperwork when I did get to Brazil. They saw that 1 year, I think 2022, I was there for 11 months. They saw that. They was like, you was in our country for 11 months. I paid a fine, but you know, maybe they took all that in consideration too. They like, why is this dude here so much for so long? Because you're only supposed to stay in Brazil you only get 90 days, like 6 months at the max.
Yeah.
But if you stay longer, you just get fined, like the Dominican Republic, anywhere, you just get fined. But some countries are hard on it than others.
Yeah.
Brazil and Dominican Republic are light on it. I hear Thailand and Colombia. I hear if you like stay past your time, like they can hit you with football numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. yeah, they'll be on you. They'll be on your helmet in Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colombia. You know what? There's one of my subscribers. You know, he going through it, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there well past his time, but I try to put him on with a lawyer, so you know, I don't know. I haven't heard from him, so I'm guessing he probably figured it out. But yeah, like now when you paid that fine, did they fine you in 2022, or did they fine you when they found out that you were there for 11 months on the paperwork?
No, they found me in 2022. They found me.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
when you leaving out the country, they'll look at your passport. And they're like, hold up, what's going on? Because when they saw it, they was like, what, you got a kid here, or you trying to get residence here? Why you here so long? I told them, look, I just got love for the country. That's why I'm here. And the lady was like, well, then you could just try to apply for residence to get residence here and stuff like that. Yeah. And then they fined me. The fine was just like $120.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Kind of going back to that, right? So since you love Brazil so much, why don't you try to file for residency?
I'm probably eventually gonna do that. I'm eventually gonna do that.
Don't eventually make it happen. Come on, man.
Or do what's the name, a digital nomad visa?
Yeah,
digital that you get 2 years at a time. A lot of dudes are staying down there. I might just do the residency. That's the best. That's the best one to do. I don't know what you have to do. I'm gonna have to look up the steps, what I have to do, but I could do the residency one, and you can come and go as you want.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I know you got like other things that you got to do. So
yeah. So I got to go and come, as I want.
Yep, I feel you.
Or another thing is you can get, if you have another passport, you can get from another country, because the visa thing is only for Canada, the US, and I think Australia.
Yeah,
we're the only ones getting hit with that visa. So if you like from England, or if you from like even Haiti, Jamaica, you can go there and you don't have to have a visa.
Yeah. You know what, man? You know what? I need to get my
You should get a Jamaican passport.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do.
Because Jamaica, you don't need a visa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So say by some act of God you want to stay there a year, you could go 6 months on your US passport, and then you can go another 6 months on your Jamaican passport. And if you want to stay back again, you can come back again with the US passport. Like, see how it works.
Yeah, for sure. I like Khalil on my panel. He's cool. His pushback is needed in the space. Yeah, I've let Khalil on my panel, and and Khalil and I are cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like we talk offline or whatever. You know what I mean? So he's cool. Word of advice: if leaving from Brazil to Colombia or Panama, etc., you need vaccine.
You need them yellow fever vaccines, please. You got to get that. They won't let you get on the flight. Colombia and Brazil got something going on. I don't know if they don't like each other. I don't know what's going on, but you got to have a yellow fever shot to go there from Brazil. I know you got a yellow fever shot. If you went from Colombia to Brazil, you definitely had that yellow fever shot.
Yep.
Oh man, I've been sitting in Brazil. I'm telling you, I've seen so many guys get denied. Like, they go to the airport, like, yo, I have a yellow fever shot. They won't let me go to Colombia, and they be in Brazil. I'm like, damn.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't play.
You need the yellow fever shot. Yeah.
They don't play, bro. That means you would have to fly back to Miami, because that's the quickest way to get back to the States, and then you would have to fly from Miami to Colombia. Like, they don't mess around.
No, no, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
I see people throw temper tantrums at the airport.
Oh,
I've seen it with my own eyes. I'm like, oh wow.
I've seen it too, dog. I've seen it too. But the thing is, man, like, you gotta look at you gotta look at the laws, man. You gotta look at the laws, and then and so the thing is that, like, a lot of brothers travel like to Colombia from Brazil or vice versa, whatever. So, like, I knew about that yellow fever thing like quick. So, yeah.
It's good too, because it'll help you with Africa. If you try to get to Africa,
yep,
you're gonna need it for Africa too.
Yep. Let me see. More brothers should check out Cali, Colombia.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
More quality brothers. No pookies, please. Because they got the Petronio Alvarez that's going on in August, and I'm going down there. And man, it was a lot of good brothers, man. I want to say it was probably about like probably about like 200-300 like dudes, like, and they were all like real cool, man. It was a really, really good vibe, man. Have you been to Petronio Alvarez?
No, I've been to Cali. I mean,
but Petronio Alvarez. So that's
that?
the Afro-Colombia festival, and it's a free festival, but you got like different different things like that's going out like out there, whatever. You can buy like merch. They got like this it's like they got like different like liquors or whatever and stuff like that, different drinks. But it's all good vibes, man. All good vibes, free concert. You know what I mean? Everybody's chilling, no drama. You know what I mean? It's all love. And like I said, and it's an Afro-Colombian. Well, it's an Afro-Latino concert, because I don't want to say Afro-Colombian because I've seen I've met some Afro-Brazilians there. I've met some
Diesel Colombians.
Americans. Yeah, so but
everybody goes.
Yeah,
all the Colombians go.
Exactly. Japan too. Yep.
Oh yeah, Japan is strict too. Yeah, you don't want to overstay your time in Japan either.
Hell no. But I think he was talking about getting the shot, the yellow fever shot for Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, salute, brothers. But yeah, hell no, man. Yeah, like for with Asia countries, like if you overstay, like I don't think they like you gonna fuck around and find out, man.
Yeah, yo, I heard war stories. Like I'm still worried about your boy in Thailand because I heard a story. I was talking to one of the brothers in Brazil. I ain't gonna say his name. He was in Thailand, and they forgot to stamp his passport.
Huh?
He did like a visa run. He left out of Thailand, and I guess he went to Vietnam or Laos or Cambodia, one of them countries.
Yeah.
And whatever coming back in, they forgot to stamp his passport. So when he got to Thailand, they held him. They held him in jail for like a couple days until he could figure it out. Like till they figured out what happened.
Wow.
Yeah, and he American citizen, U.S. military, retired U.S. military. I was like, oh my god.
You said this is our boy.
Yeah, you know, if I say his name, you'll know who he is. I don't put him out there.
No. Yeah, send it to me like on a message or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So much chocolate in that festival. You got to go, Philly. Oh yeah, yo. Yeah,
I'll definitely check it out.
Let me, bruh. Yeah, it's nice. Nice with the fabulous voice. Nice.
It's nice.
But the nightlife in Cali is comparable to Medellin, but more low key if you know where to go. I'm gonna say that like I would say that the nightlife in Medellin is better generally, but like for Petronio Alvarez, it turns up because because there's so many people that are coming, right? So you got Afro Latinas that are coming from the United States or different countries or whatever. Then you got us brothers, in the United States, we going over there. So everybody's going and congregating in one location. So like it turns up. You know what I mean? So Philly Dump, that happened to me. I used to work in San Diego and live in Tijuana, and they didn't sign my what?
They did sign his. What did you say? They didn't sign my FMN card. I guess his immigration card or whatever.
Oh, immigration card. Okay.
And locked me up.
For the weekend. Yikes!
But Tijuana be just trying to get money because I did the same thing. I used to live in Tijuana, work in San Diego. I know exactly what that was. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tijuana is a money grab. They money grab.
I heard. Yeah, like I heard like they kind of I heard like they kind of do like some slick scumbag.
Yeah, they would shake you down. They would shake you down out there.
Really.
Yeah, they would shake you down out there. But I would tell anybody if you're gonna go there, man, make sure you just get in a taxi or Uber everywhere. Don't be walking around just to walk around if you don't have to.
Right.
Because if the cops get a hold of you, they'll make a you gonna give up a couple dollars.
I heard, man. I heard,
Yeah.
but in Mexico, man, they shook down my man Flyboy, man. He did a video about it too.
Wow.
Yeah, this was but he was in I think he was in
Where's he at?
PDC Playa del Carmen. He was in Playa del Carmen.
They got me one time in Playa del Carmen too.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
I went to go get a bus ticket in the middle of the night. I don't know why I did that dumb stuff. I came from a club. I was drinking. My boy was like, yo, you should just wait till the morning to go get the bus ticket. I think I was on my way to Belize.
Yeah.
Man, I went. I had a wad of money. They just like put me against the wall. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And then I had my money. Yeah, I had some wad of money in my pocket, and they just ripped it. They like, what's in that pocket? And I wouldn't let it go. And then they went in the pocket, and all the money went flying up in the air. And then they all went on the ground acting like they was helping me pick it up. And when they gave me the wad back, I was like, damn, it's feeling kind of light.
Hey, at least they gave some. At least they gave a good portion back.
Yeah, they gave a little portion back.
Yeah.
So if I had like $300, they might have gave me like $150 back, and they took $150.
Diabolical, man. Diabolical.
Yeah, they hard pressed, boy.
Philly, you came back to reality. Back in Alaska working with Eskimos.
Yeah, no, it's just good money up there, and you ain't got to work that long. You work a couple months, and I got family to take care of. You know my whole story, so I got.
Oh yeah.
And YouTube ain't hitting like it used to hit right now. It's not hitting. We all the full-time content creators, we all feeling it. All of us are talking among each other. We all feeling it. It's just like as soon as 2025 rolled around, they was like, they start taking the money away from us this time.
Well, I mean, the thing is unless you're I mean, scorching, like you got to be like, I'm talking about like
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, like you got to be like, really like
Kirk Cuz.
Like 400K or more or something like that. Yeah. Like, going like to like going to like Ace Live or something like that.
Yeah.
Type. You know what I mean? Because and you got to have like sponsorships and all of that stuff, man. Because like it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? But I don't want to. I don't want to like, because that's a whole nother conversation. We could do a whole nother.
Yeah, we could talk a whole live about that.
Yeah, man. But hold on, Khalil said something else because Flyboy got to upgrade that old ass dresser he always do on his youth. Wait, hold on. That old ass dresser he
always do this. Do for his YouTube in front. I guess wherever he do his lives or something, he got some kind of dress or something that they.
Oh yeah, I don't even know. I know. Oh, I know Alaska has good money. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's bank. Ooh, yeah, that's
rags
of riches.
Yeah, what's that? What's that show?
The Great Catch. The
The Great Catch, and then Ice Road Truckers.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I know them dudes making bank, but man, they be willing to risk it all. But I'm like, I bet they paycheck be showing. That's why
everybody in Alaska walk around with a smile on their face. They get bank up there. If you can deal with that weird ass weather. And half of the time is light, half of the year the dark, the other half. If you can deal with that, then you golden.
That's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine it being like 2:00 in the afternoon and it's like pitch dark outside. You're like, yo, this is wild.
And that's how it be out there, yo.
Damn, man. All right, man. Well, Philly, let me get you out of here on that, man. What are your final words? And when do you actually plan on going back to Brazil, man? And where are you gonna go to Fortaleza?
I'm gonna go to Rio. I'm gonna do the whole thing. I'm gonna be banked up. I'm coming from Alaska. I'm gonna be Jay-Z out there.
Oh yeah, man. We gotta be in Brazil at the same time, man. Because I know that you know Brazil really, really well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know, so I'm starting to get my feet wet in Brazil, so to speak. You know what I mean? So you know, because I've done. I mean, there's still a little bit more for me to do in Colombia, but I've done a lot. I've done a lot, you know, in Colombia, man. And I still love Colombia. Colombia is still, you know, my favorite. But like, I'm liking what I'm seeing in Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil is nice, yo. I mean,
yeah,
it's a different type of people there, man. Different type of culture. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah,
Brazil is nice.
I definitely got to make it out to Salvador Bahia, though.
Yeah, you gonna. My friend just called me the other day from there. When you coming back? I'm like, I gotta go to Alaska. She started laughing. I'll be back. No, 3 months. I'll be back in Brazil. At least 3 months.
Yeah.
3 to 4 months. Make my way down into Belize. I'll go. 3 months. 3 months.
Yeah.
But I got to do this. I have to do this for the money situation. I have to go to Alaska. I have to. I have no choice but to go.
No doubt, man. I was trying to wrap up, but now people are commenting. Former Marine and merchant. Former Marine merchant. Sorry.
Yeah, they work the boats too.
Yeah. Thank him for his service. He goes out to Alaska for a few months and makes good money. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need. 3-4 months, 30, 40, 50 racks. That's all you need.
We're gonna go to. Hold up, we're gonna go at the Travel Welfare Kings again. This time, we're going at their supporters. Philly Dom is the realest. He don't lie. He keep it real. No, absolutely.
Yeah, I keep it real. Let y'all know the truth.
Yeah, Jens. Gangs. Sorry, gangs. Let me know time and date. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man. You know, yo, bro, you gotta hit me up, man. Hit me up and let's do some work, bro. All right. Yeah, I gotta hit Belize soon. Yeah. Yeah. Belize is really starting. I mean,
really nice.
I actually speaking with you, like Belize is on my like top 10.
Yeah, man. It's Jamaica 2.0. If you like Jamaica, you're gonna like Belize.
Well, I gotta like Jamaica.
I know, because you're Jamaican. I know. No, they play nothing but dance hall run Belize. Like dance hall run Belize, man.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Island, good food.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Belize is nice.
I'm usually in Merida, ducked off. I haven't been back. I haven't been back in the U.S. since 2020. Okay, all right. So you out there?
Yeah, Merida. Yeah, Merida, Mexico. That's nice. That's nice.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's near Cancun and stuff. That place is nice. That's why he ain't come back.
So he's in Katana Roo. Okay.
Yeah, Katana Roo. Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Yeah.
He chilling.
Billy Dumb, at least you know when to get a job. You don't start begging on YouTube. Oh man, this dude is bugging, yo.
Y'all might do that as a live. Use that when he said as a live. Philly Dumb.
I'm here to Gangster Lifestyle channel. Yo, no, just send me a message on Instagram. Yeah, send me a message on Instagram. Like so like how you see KingzNDreamz, like it's the same way. Just send me a message on Instagram and we'll make, we'll figure out something and we'll make it work. Yeah, but I mean, listen, like what a lot of people, just kind of go back into what Khalil's comment was saying. I'm not necessarily going to talk about people begging on YouTube, but what I will say is that like when you as men, when you have responsibilities, read into it as you will, because I don't want to talk about other people's business, but like it's an obligation for you to do what it is that you have to do, because
people depending on you.
Yeah, right. You have to set examples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's important, man. That's important. But yeah, man. On this note, man, this was a good conversation, man, and I'm glad that you finally got the visa, and I'm glad that you actually were in really good spirits, man. You know what I mean?
I love the country too much to be mad at them. I love it, and it wasn't really their fault. You know what I mean? I just thought, that
Oh
they
no,
was,
oh no, they had you on purgatory, my G.
yeah,
They had you on purgatory.
yeah.
They had you on purgatory. They said pending, 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 pending.
And then the last time I was there, not the time that they sent me back. The time before, I stayed within my time, but the time before that, I think I was there 4 months. So they fined me that time. I had to pay like $40. They saw it. They was reading it down to me. They were like, "Yo, why do you always here?"
hey, because I'm showing y'all love, man.
Yeah, they know. They like, "Damn, you really like our country." I'm like, "I do, bro. With all my heart, I do."
Yeah, that's what's up, though. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I gotta go out there with you, man. So, cause I know you'll be able to like show me around.
Oh yeah, I got you. I can show you around.
Yeah, man. You just gotta let me know, like, when you ended up, trying to go out there.
When I'm done with this Alaska slavery.
Seems like YouTube is now the old car that you put money into and don't reap the benefits. No, it's not necessarily that. It's just that like, what people have to realize is like the channels that make money are really like the top, like, money, consistent money, if you will. And I mean, like good quality money, like, or like your top 10%, channels, right? Well, one of the things that like I respect about like the late great Kevin Samuels was because not only did he have, at the time when he passed, he had 1.5 million YouTube subscribers, but he also had 1.5 million Instagram subscribers. So to be able to do both, because like if you look at content creators, they're like, they're usually really strong on one platform and they're okay on another platform, but they're not, like it's never been neck and neck. You know what I mean? Even with Fresh and Fit, even with Aubrey and Preach, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like Kevin Samuels had it like ironclad. Like he had Instagram on lock, he had YouTube on lock. You know what I mean? And if he was alive, he definitely would have surpassed, like, probably going to like 3 million right now.
Easy, with no problem.
Yep. And 3 million on both. 3 million on both Instagram. And like Rumble just came out. He would have been, he would have had 3. He would have had 3 on lock. Yeah. Guys like you in Philly, Lord Williams, No Excuse. All you guys have great content, but algorithm. I mean, the thing is, man, you know what I mean? You just gotta keep chopping that tree down, man.
Yeah, you just gotta keep doing it.
You just gotta keep working at it.
Yeah, because when I was doing the migrant videos, 20,000, 100,000, 30,000, million views. It depends on what the algorithm want to pick up.
Yeah. Gaines, I was on King's channel before he got scared. Went at his people. His main man is team Taylor Made Dreams. Hey, yeah, Russ is my guy, man. Russ is my guy. Leave him alone, man. Leave him alone, man.
He's still in Thailand, right? He in Thailand now.
No, he's in
DR?
He's in Dominican Republic right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's going back to Thailand in like a couple of weeks.
He still do the videos. I don't be seeing his videos pop on the
Nah. He said he's done with YouTube.
What? Damn. Oh, he could have kept going, man. He the man.
No, he said that he said everything that that he's needed to say.
I hear you.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that he said everything that he needed to say. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So right now, you know what I mean? Like he's just like, I mean, he was saying that like he didn't really make money from YouTube. Like he has like, he has other investments. Yeah. YouTube was just kind of like his way to just like, talk to people and give out game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, for sure. All right, let's see here.
He the man. Man, that's the man. You got to do some spot appearances or something.
You and Big Hawk was killing the migrant videos. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were. That's what I told you, man.
Trump saw your content and acted fast.
Yeah, I did a video. I got 1 million views. We talked about Trump in there. We got 1 million views.
Yeah.
My man Big Hawk said he go vote for Trump. Oh, man. I was like, yeah, this is going to be 1 million views. Easy. That joint went 1 million views.
Oh wait, your man said he voted for Trump.
Yeah, I ain't say I was voting for. I said he said it. I was just like, oh,
well, I mean, hey, listen, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like even though I'm independent, I'm a conservative independent. There was no way I was going liberal, bro. No way. It's just too much of the B2s and the. Hey, you know what? That's another conversation, bro. Let me, you know what I mean? let me shut this down before we be here for like 5 hours, man. Because that's a rabbit hole I can keep going, man. Yeah, man. But anyway, my brother, man, thank you so much for pulling up, man.
No problem, my brother.
Appreciate you, man. Word, man. Keep grinding, my G.
That's what's up, man. No problem.
All right, man. Salute, man. Yo, man, it's your guy, KingzNDreamz. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Tuesday. You know what it is. Stay purposeful, and I'm out. Peace
out.